example, in your age group and living in the US, the biggest cause of death and serious injury is car crashes, car collisions, and so on. So in fact, cars are incredibly dangerous to you. If you want to pass on your genes, you should have a very healthy fear of cars. Let's go to Sarah and see where cars stack up in the rankings of fear. Sarah, what do you have for us?
Well, interestingly enough, students indicate having a very low fear of cars. In fact, it's the bottom of the list.
What are some of the things at the top of the list?
Students are most afraid of failure. In fact, they're more afraid of failure than death.
Okay.
We also see students being quite afraid of guns, heights, and snakes. At the bottom of the list, we have cigarettes, water, cars, and clowns.
Yeah, so that's really interesting because cigarettes will definitely hurt you, whereas snakes are more benign.
Paige and I get notes from students who can't make it to class all of the time. I've had many people say they were in a car accident, but no snake bites yet.
Not that I heard, not yet, exactly.
Okay. This is in some ways seems like a puzzle. Essentially, your fears are misaligned with the things that are really dangerous to you. And of course, the way we can think about this is that evolution is very slow acting, right? It takes a long time for some kind of fears to get into kind of our genetics, into our genes. And if you think about it, cars are a great danger to us, but in evolutionary time scale, they've only been around for an incredibly small amount of time, whereas snakes, poisonous snakes and spiders and those sorts of things have been with us for thousands, millions of years, okay? So those of our ancestors who had a natural disposition to become afraid of snakes, those guys steered clear of snakes and they did well. Even if there was, like 2 million years ago, a bunch of people who had a fear of cars that did not yet exist, that would have been evolutionarily irrelevant for most of the time. So the idea here is that it's adaptive to be essentially biologically prepared. And what we mean by prepared is that it's easier for us to come to fear some things than others. We are prepared to fear snakes because they have a long evolutionary history of being dangerous to us. And so it's adaptive in the long time scale, even if not right now, in the long time scale, to be afraid of snakes.
Yeah, and we see evidence of this preparedness, which is this ease of acquiring certain fears, even in non-human primates. So we can see if you're raising chimpanzees, for instance, in captivity, they've never seen a snake in the wild. They will still more readily acquire a fear of snakes than they will of some other stimulus that wasn't evolutionarily relevant for their species.